I was gonna have this be day one of trying to get my life together. And you know what? We're off to a bad start because I woke up at noon. And yes, I went to bed at like midnight. So why I slept that much? I don't know. I was supposed to wake up at like 7 and go work out. Hello? I'm literally losing my voice for no reason. I was supposed to wake up at 7 and go work out, but that didn't happen. So honestly, I don't really have a plan for this year. Sorry, I meant to start the video and I accidentally took a picture instead, and so it's just me. It was kind of funny. Anyways, I don't really have a plan for today. Did I say this year? I have YouTube pulled up, so I don't really have a plan for today. I did, but then I woke up, 6 hours late. So I don't know if I want to work out right away, but I do want to like do a little self-care day where I do my lashes and my nails and do my makeup. My plan was to work out first. But now it's noon and the gym's gonna be so busy and I don't want to deal with it. So I might just do all of that first and then we will go work out later tonight. I forgot that I also take my meds still, so like let's go do that because your girl's tired, so I gotta take my stimulant to wake up. Before I get into do my makeup, I am going to watch some YouTube, drink my energy drink, take a second, wake up a little bit. I did just do some skincare to prep for my makeup, so then that also will get a minute to set in. Okay, I had some time to wake up a little bit, so I'm ready to get started with Monday at 12:30 p.m. We are going to do a couple primers. I really like this Fenty Beauty Soft Silk Pro Filter. It's very hydrating, which I like. Honestly, it doesn't really do much for me other than that. I think it's supposed to be kind of smoothing, but like, I think it's just hydrating, but I need that. So I really like it. Even though I literally just put on moisturizer and a face serum, I need the hydration. My skin is so dry, especially in it right now because I'm switching birth control. So my skin is like dry and breaking out and just like going through hell at the moment. It's not having a good time. And then we're going to do the e.l.f. Jelly Pop primer. This is newer. I just got this like 2 weeks ago, but I am living for it. It's so good. It reminds me kind of the Hydro Grip, whatever, it's like the milk Hydro Grip or whatever primer, which I've tried before, but I honestly didn't even like that one that much. I like this better than that. I find that my makeup sits better over it because it's not quite as tacky, and so it doesn't like grip onto my makeup, which I think I like more because I don't do super full coverage looks, so I like it to blend out a little bit more sheer. I like this. It's nice and dewy. Makes my skin look a little bit more like glowy, healthy. Also, forgive me, my throat's still struggling to produce words. I was thinking about spot concealing the zits on my chin, but they're a little crusty, so I think that I might just do foundation and hope for the best, and then see if I need to do a little bit more concealer over them after. So, a little shaky shake. I use the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. I love it. This is my favorite foundation I've ever found that sits on my skin literally and it just looks like my skin. Like, it's crazy. Everything else always looks so like thick and cakey on me, especially because I have dry skin, but then my skin gets oily when I have makeup on it usually. And so this lasts really well and doesn't make my like skin look super dry or anything. So I'm a big fan. And I am a sponge girly for life. Also, my mirror's down here, so sorry if I keep, you can't really see what I'm doing so much, but I have to see what I'm doing. So this is definitely a lighter coverage foundation, but like I said, I don't like a full coverage foundation. I don't like the cakey makeup look. I want it to look more natural. And usually when I'm not switching birth control, my skin isn't too bad, so I don't need super full coverage. Yeah, like even this is catching a little bit of my dry patch down here, so I know that my concealer would definitely do that because I use if I want to do like spot concealing, I have the NARS. I don't know what it's called. It's the pot concealer from NARS that works really well. Super full coverage, and I really like it, but still, if I have dry skin, it's gonna show. Which is like not a bad thing, that's just how it is. This is dewier, but this is still like just a little bit more evened out. but it still looks like my skin. I could probably turn my ring light on so that the lighting is a little bit better now that I think of it. I don't put very much foundation on my nose because I want my freckles to show through. The few freckles that I have still, since it's, you know, February and I haven't seen the sun much in months, you don't have to use very much of this foundation at all. This is probably, you know, expired. You're only supposed to have it for what? A year? I've definitely had this for longer than a year, but I don't do my makeup that often. And this, I just put on the lid. This is less than one full pump, and I used like less than half of it. I should have done less than that. But you don't have to use much of this at all. A little bit goes a long way for sure. It's so nice. I usually wouldn't put it over my eyebrows, but I have a little zit right under my eyebrow that I'd like to cover up because it's super red. So you can still see I'm still kind of like dewy glowy, and I haven't set it yet, but I don't set all my face. I just set under my eyes where I put concealer. Okay, so next we're gonna do contour, bronzer, blush, whatever. Oh, I need my brushes because I just use my sponge for my foundation and then I use brushes for everything else because it blends it out faster. So usually I use the Rare Beauty bronzer and but the other day I used it and it looked very warm on my skin because I'm like at my palest right now because like I said it's February. So it looked very, very warm, and so I might use, this is also Makeup by Monter. I can't talk today. Makeup by Mario contour stick that I usually use to contour my nose, but I might use it, I don't know, it's kind of dark. I got it in medium because I got it in the summer and I get much more tan in the summer. So maybe I'll just use the Rare Beauty, but I won't use very much of it because this is much lighter, as you can see, but it is a little warm, obviously, because it's a bronzer and not a contour. So we'll just try to not go crazy with it. We'll just do like that much. I know you're supposed to match your foundation to your neck, but my neck is like 3 shades lighter than my face. Like is naturally. My neck doesn't tan for some reason, but my face does, and like my shoulders do. Like my shoulders and my face are the same color, but my neck is so much lighter and I don't know why. I don't even know what that rant was about. But I think that was like blending, like matching my face to my neck is hard because then I just look like really pale and it's just like not good. I might have to use my sponge for this because I didn't put very much on, so it gets harder to blend out because it's not as wet. And my foundation is like dried now, so because I'm yapping and not blending. Yeah, we gotta get the sponge involved in this for sure. I always want to say beauty blender, but this isn't a beauty blender. This is like the Real Techniques one. My favorite sponge is the Morphe one, but I accidentally bought this one instead. Because I think they're the same shape. I could be wrong. I think they're the same shape, and so I accidentally bought this one thinking it was the Morphe one. It's not, but this one's good too. So like, I don't care because this one was still $10, but it's not like the $20 or around $10. But it's not the $20 that the Beauty Blender is, so we'll do this one. Yeah, you like can't even tell that I put anything on really, but that's fine because the other day I looked a little crazy, I think. So now we are going to contour my nose with the Makeup by Mario because it's definitely a contour shade and not a bronzer shade. I use this brush because it's like nice and straight and thin and compact. I am definitely not a pro at contouring my nose. I'm still newer to it, but I hate my nose and I would love for it to look skinny. So I do try. So I just do like down the middle, and then I don't have a little button nose at all, but I would like to pretend like I do. So I do a little line like right there. Make it look like it comes to a little circle at the end, which it doesn't. And then this only blends so much without it like getting everywhere because it is so compact. So I usually kind of put it on with this, and then I'll use my sponge, which has a little bit of foundation on it, so it's easier to blend out without getting it everywhere. And I'll just like lightly go over it a couple times. That way it is a little blended out without trying to get it everywhere or completely blend it out to where you can't even tell that I put it on. So like, I think that's good. It doesn't make much of a difference. No, I don't think so. But in my head, I'm like, oh, skinny nose, where'd it go? I can't even see it anymore. But we'll do blush next. So we'll get a different brush, which I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's an e.l.f. brush. All my brushes, I really gotta clean. They're so dirty and they're like 5 years old or more. Probably more. I've had all these since high school, and I am 24. So, and for this, I just put it on my brush. That way I don't take off my foundation. And then just stamp it on. This is the ColourPop blush stick. I thought it was Rare Beauty, but that's just my bronzer, I guess. Because, you know, your girl doesn't have Rare Beauty money for everything. I used to in college when I was a server working full time, but no longer am I living that life. Do a little bit over the nose, just kind of. That's my blending noise, I guess. I don't even know. I have never been a blush person. I was stuck in like 2016 makeup for a long time because that's when I like learned how to do my makeup in like the height of YouTube makeup tutorials. And then I kind of stopped doing my makeup for a couple years. So like I don't know. I don't like watch makeup tutorials anymore. I looked up a couple recently because I was like, okay, what are people doing now? Because for like I'd say like 4 or 5 years, I didn't do my makeup like ever at all. And if I did, it was my eyebrows and mascara. That was it. And partially because my skin was struggling for a while. And so I never wanted to put foundation on it because that would just make me break out more. So I never used blush ever for the longest time. So now I put it on and you like can't even tell that I put it on because I'm like terrified of blush and putting too much on. Oh damn, I was gonna do my eyelashes before I did my makeup and I forgot. And now we're here. I guess I'll do them after. By do my eyelashes, I mean put on eyelash clusters, like extensions, DIY extensions. Okay, and now if I can get it out of my thing, I just got this new highlighter. It's the Bio Radiant Glassy Highlighter Balm from House Labs. This stuff is so good because it's like, it's not shimmery at all, and I hate a shimmy highlighter. I hate a shimmery highlighter because it just like, I don't know, that's giving 2016 makeup too. So this is just like literally a clear balm. I just put it on my finger and then tap it on the high points of my face. And it just like gives you a very like glowy, natural, dewy sort of look. Like you can barely even tell where you're putting it because it's just like, it just looks natural, dewy, glowy. I can't even tell that I really put it on. Kind of, a little bit. But also my foundation is like glowy too. But then this, after a while, after I like set the rest of my face, you can definitely tell the difference. But it's so good because it doesn't like move your makeup like you would expect a balm to. And I'll put it like up here, a little bit above my eyebrow, and then I'll do like a little bit in my inner corner. I'm not an eyeshadow girly, especially because I'm usually an eyelash extension girly. So I'll do just like a little bit on like my inner corner and oh, I don't know, I'm feeling adventurous today. I'll do a little bit on my eyelids so I'm looking nice and glossy and dewy. Dewy. Oh no, I stabbed it. Poop. I stabbed it with the lid. Oh, and I do some on my nose. Did I say that? You watched me do it, but I didn't say that. I don't want to waste it, but I just stabbed a bunch onto the lid. It's fine. It was kind of expensive, but I think it'll last me a long time. I did have the Merit highlighter stick, which was kind of similar, but it was definitely more shimmery. And I was like, I can do better. Okay, so I just got this Maybelline concealer, which I used in like high school, so years ago. I have been a NARS concealer girly for a long time, but I don't love that concealer. Dude, my neck looks so much lighter in the camera lighting. I promise it doesn't look like that in person. I was a NARS like Radiant Creamy Concealer or whatever it's called girly for a long time, but then I don't know, I don't love it. It's not like perfect, and it was really hard to find my shade. For some reason, my shade was like always sold out, and I had the mini version of it for the last way too long, like last 3 years, and it was like empty and also dried out and like getting gross because it was definitely expired. And I just can't justify spending that sort of money on a concealer right now. So I just got the Maybelline one instead because it, like, in my opinion, is kind of the same thing and way cheaper. So we are going to do just a little bit under my eyes. I also got this from, you kind of have to guess your shade because it's not like you can test it because it's drugstore. I think I kind of got the right shade. I don't even know because yeah, it was like the lightest neutral shade, which is usually what I am, especially in the winter. This might be too light for me in the summer. For right now, it works. Definitely a lighter than my foundation shade, so. And I'm not a self-tan girly. I don't know. I think that's a whole topic. I am not going to share my opinion on that because I think it's a hot take a little bit. So, but I'm not a self-tan girly personally. So I just am pale when I'm pale, but also I think part of me is not a self-tan girly because I do tan in the summer pretty well. So like I don't need to. I do like looking tan, but I would rather spend time outside and get a natural tan. I also don't have fake tan money either. So like, you know, maybe it's just envy that's keeping me from being a fake tan girly. Every time I've been putting on my makeup, my nose starts running and it's really pissing me off. Okay, and I also just got a powder puff recently and it's awesome because I used to just use a dry makeup sponge to set under my eyes, but I like the powder puff because it doesn't like, I don't know, honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of the same thing, but so then I'm just gonna like set under my eyes and then the sides of my nose, but I don't set like on my nose where I highlighted because that seems, you know, counterproductive. I try to avoid setting where, bro, I try to avoid setting where I did highlighter, but it's hard because my cheekbones are so close to under my eye that it's kind of impossible. And then I'm gonna set my chin, especially because I have a bunch of acne there right now, so I kind of pile on the foundation a little bit more than usual. I like doing the technique where you dip it in the powder and then you like even it out on the back of your hand so you're not getting like clumps of powder on your face. When I learned that technique, it like changed my life. So I'm gonna set my eyelids a little bit because they do get super greasy when I put makeup on. So awesome. Again, my nose is running. It's killing me. I'm sorry if I can't cut out every single sniffle. I used the NYX, the Brow Glue Eyebrow Gel, and I hate it, to be honest with you. But I have it. I bought it, so I'm gonna use it, but I hate it. It, like, works, but it's crusty, dusty, gross. I don't like it. And I'm gonna use this Milani Make It Last Original Natural Finish setting spray, which I like. I just got this too because I had like a super old setting spray that I didn't really like. And I don't know if this makes my hair feel weird, but the Morphe one always did, so I try to protect my hair when I put it on. I always have to remind myself not to breathe while I'm spraying it on my face. And no, I don't have one of the fancy fans. I just use my hand. And then I actually, for my birthday gift from Sephora, I got this Tower 28 lip jelly in pistachio. This is like the perfect color. It's, you know, it's just a lip jelly, so it's not super opaque or anything. So it does just like enhance my natural lip color. I'm a big fan. Like it looks kind of pink when I first put it on, but then when I like rub my lips together and it like disperses out a little bit, it just, I think it looks really pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of try to blend the lip liner out a little bit. I feel naked because I don't have my eyelashes on. I keep looking in the viewfinder, that's what it's called. God, I haven't thought of that. I've been trying to think of what it's called for so long. I'm looking in the viewfinder and I just look naked because I don't have eyelashes on, so let's do that. I have a more in-depth tutorial on my channel about how I do my eyelashes. Okay, right eye, done. As you can see, definitely make the difference. I'm feeling a little bit less naked now. Well, my camera died, so you're getting phone camera update. I got my eyelashes on. This eye looks a little wonky right here for some reason, but whatever. We're good. Makeup done, eyelashes on. I was also gonna do my nails today at some point, but just not right now. I need a break from thinking about myself. I think what we're gonna do next is, because this was supposed to be a day one of getting my life together, we're gonna make this like a day zero. We're gonna make this planning on how I'm gonna get my life together. So I have my brand new notebook journal thing in some matching green pens, highlighter. We're gonna decide how I'm gonna do. I feel like the fact that this is a brand new journal, you know, it's a blank slate. So what are we gonna do? We are going to call this. We're gonna do short term. It's only the 4th of February. So we're gonna go with February intentions, okay? I've been on a kick of trying to lose weight for a while, like a year. I really gotta get it together. I got it together for a little bit over the summer, and then I had to move. That disrupted things, and then I got back into it. I lost like 10 pounds, and then I gained 15 back. So, how do I want to word this? Mindfully eating, I suppose. And along those same lines, I'm gonna make my goal. I want to be realistic with my goals so that I can meet them, but I also don't want to like. So my camera died once again. I should have just let it charge for a little bit longer before I tried to record again. So I'm gonna eat a quick lunch slash breakfast. It's gonna be cereal. So basically it's breakfast, but it's lunchtime. It's 1:30 p.m. So lunch, breakfast, whatever. So I let my camera charge a little bit. Finally. While also spending 30 minutes on hold to talk to DHS, but that's a whole story of its own. While I was on hold, I decided to write some more stuff down for my intentions. Like I said, mindfully eating. I decided on what I was saying before. I just decided on working out regularly is what I put. I said 3 to 5 times a week with cardio because I hate cardio and I usually skip it, but I do need to do cardio, especially if I'm trying to lose weight. And then also spending less money, which this has been one of my goals every month for the last like year. And I do it sometimes, and sometimes I don't. And this month, especially because it's February, it's the shortest month, I'm really gonna try to make an effort. And then in the same kind of vein is eating out less because I don't have the money. And then also I tend to overeat when I eat out and eat not the healthiest food. I love Domino's pizza. But like, is that good for me? No. And especially because I have the time to cook right now. Like, I'm barely working. I have the time to cook lunch and dinner every day. I could do it, really. Those are my big intentions this month. Maybe I'll add to it if I think of something else, but these are like my big main goals, I think. You know what? I need to add actively looking for jobs because, goddamn, I need a job. And then also, I'm gonna say, be in my influencer era. Okay, I think a list of 6 things is not too bad. We should be able to manage that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of my day. My boyfriend's gonna be home from work soon. So perhaps I spend time with him. Maybe we'll play some games. There's a new hero that just came out for Overwatch and it looks exactly like my cat. So might have to try that out. Okay, so I did my nails. Kind of matches my shirt a little bit, almost. And these are medium length nails, which is crazy. I ordered them on Amazon, so I did not realize how long they were going to be because these are long as hell for medium length. I don't know, these probably are going to drive me nuts and I might have to cut them shorter. Okay, so for the last like 2 hours, I was talking to one of my friends and my boyfriend about D&D because my boyfriend is going to DM. And now I'm having my very nutritious girl dinner of ramen. I did have some cottage cheese too, to be fair, and I'm probably gonna finish off. Like, my dessert is gonna be a smoothie. So, like, it's really not that bad, but ramen, not ideal. However, I did not feel like actually cooking or like going to the store to get stuff to cook. So, microwaved ramen it is. I'll be honest, I'm really having a moment of I don't want to finish being a human today. However, I have a lot of laundry to do. Really just put away. It's all clean. I should put it away. Well, like 3 baskets worth. I should go do that. I'm not gonna film it because my boyfriend's in there playing video games. Trying to find a motivation to do it, but I don't have it in me right now, but it really doesn't matter. I need to just go do it anyways. Starting is the hardest part. I need to remember that if I just start, I can finish it. Trying to believe in myself. It shouldn't be as hard as it is, but it's also 8:30 p.m., so my ADHD meds are far worn off. Wish me luck. So I attempted to do laundry. I put away 1 basket of laundry. It's better than nothing. I'll do the rest of it tomorrow. I'll be so real that I'm not feeling it right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do instead of my laundry. Nothing important. I'm thinking maybe I could record a video, but it is 9 p.m. and I don't know. I'm not super lively right now. I don't know if I can do anything else today, to be honest. So this might be the end of this. I might take my meds, brush my teeth, go to bed soon. Maybe watch a YouTube video, knit, or crochet a little bit. I don't see anything else very eventful happening, so if I don't check back in, it's because I just went to bed. I totally forgot that I was gonna work out today. And it's now 9 p.m. and I'm really tired, so poop. I had intentions. Good intentions. Yikes. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to go with no, probably. I'll be so real. I don't think it's gonna happen. Sorry.